Today, I am very excited to bring you a brand new season of Sims 4 Survivor, a returnee season composed of some of the biggest failures in the Sims 4 Survivor franchise up to this point. None of these players did particularly well on their original run. In fact, they were one of the first 3 people voted out on their original season. And now they are back, hoping to get a bit of a redemption. Perhaps not being the first boot. I mean, one of them is going to be the first boot. But one of these early outs is going to be a Sims 4 Survivor winner by the end of this. This is Sims 4 Survivor early outs. I have split the cast into 3 different tribes based on where they placed on their original run. We have the first boots, the second boots, and the third boots. And let's just introduce the cast. Starting off, we have the first boots tribe. All of these were the first boot on their respective season. And of course, I had to start with the first ever boot of Sims 4 Survivor. We have Ted Roswell here. He competed on Sims 4 Survivor base game versus expansion pack versus game pack, the first ever season. He was on the game pack tribe. They lost the first challenge and he unceremoniously got booted out of the game, which was honestly fair because he was not even supposed to be on the season, but he was and became the first boot. But now he's back. He's going to try to reclaim his time here. Now that he has seen the other seasons of the show, he knows what the show is all about now. Hopefully he can do a little bit better. Next up, we have the first boot of Brains vs. Brawn vs. Beauty. Angela Pleasant is here. She was on the Brains tribe. There was actually a tied vote between her and Morgan Ember. So it does show that Angela had some social prowess in order to get at least 3 votes to stay. But on the revote, Mortimer Goth flipped on her, so she ended up being the first boot there. Next, we have Eric Lewis, who was a contestant on Battle of the Sexes. He was on the Guys tribe. They ended up losing the first challenge, and Eric just kind of randomly got voted out. The Guys tribe was kind of a mess. They had no idea what they were doing, so maybe now that he is on perhaps a stronger tribe. I mean, these are all first boots. So I don't know how good these people are going to be. They're probably going to be even bigger of a mess. But perhaps he can stick around for a little bit longer. Then we have someone I'm very excited for is returning here. We have Kevin Puri. He was a contestant on Sims 4 Survivor Generations. And what a first boot. He not only found the legacy advantage right at the get-go, right when the season started, he also was the first person on the season to find a hidden immunity idol. And then he went out of the game with both of those things in his pocket. Actually, like, he ended up, passing the legacy advantage on per the rules of the advantage. But yeah, he had a very strong game. I believe only got voted out by like 1 vote or something. Or like he only needed like 1 vote to stay or something. So he hit the ground running. Hopefully he can do a little bit better this season. Then we have coming from Sims 4 Survivor Tartosa, Liberty Lee is here. She is another one of those that just kind of randomly got voted out first. Her tribe didn't really know what they were doing. It just kind of somehow landed on her. So this time around, she's going to try to get a more fair shake in the game. Hopefully last a little bit longer as well. And then the final member is Janae Price, who was on Sims 4 Survivor Copperdale. She got hit by the home field curse, was playing in her home world, and that ended up getting her the boot in the very first episode, which Angela Pleasant is actually the one with the home field curse this time around, so we'll keep tabs on Angela, see if she gets cursed along the way. But yeah, that's the first Boots tribe. Next up, we have the second Boots tribe. All of these members, they were the second boot of the season, so their time in the game was a little bit longer. There was a better chance that they could have stuck around, but ended up not working out for them, so I feel like the first boots have more potential since some of them just kind of ended up randomly getting voted out. However, these second boot players, like, they had a whole episode that they could have used to form social bonds. And then they didn't really do that. But on this tribe, we have Bernice Robles, which is apparently how that's pronounced, I think. As pointed out by someone in my comments in the most forgettable Sims video that I posted. Hang on, I'm going to whip out the comment. Miss Pumpkin 91 So if you're watching, let me know if that was correct. I tried. I did look it up. I tried. Anyway, Bernice, she had a major meltdown, just got booted immediately after that. Yeah, I feel like she was a very obvious boot. She deserved her boot. But same as Tad, she is coming here from the first ever season. So perhaps she has a bit of a better understanding of what the game is now. We also have Sergio Romeo here coming from Brains vs. Brawn vs. Beauty. He was on the Brawn tribe, one of the more fit, athletic guys on the season. However, he didn't really make any social bonds with anybody, so they just decided that he would be the first to go on their tribe. This time around, though, he is hungry for that money, or there isn't actually any monetary prize here, but he is hungry for that win. He's gonna do his Brawn members proud. Then we have Jenna Akiyama, who was the second boot on Battle of the Sexes. She was the first boot of the Gals tribe, the all-women's tribe. There was a large power alliance within that tribe that decided that Jenna was not needed on their tribe. Helmed by Eliza Pancakes, perhaps she was jealous of Jenna. She was like, there can only be one redhead. So Jenna didn't really do anything wrong. She just was randomly voted out, kind of similar to the first boots or some of the first boots. So I'm excited to see what she's going to do here on her return. Then we have Umber Grove from Worldwide. He actually had a pretty strong game up until his boot, which is kind of wild since he was, the second boot. But he was well liked by his tribe mates. However, he ended up trying to pull a pretty big move. He tried to flip the vote from the consensus boot onto Julia Wright, and his tribe was not having that. So they turned on him. Umber ended up getting the boot, the second boot. So I'm very excited to see what he will do because, he was in 2 episodes and still tried to play really hard. We'll see if he can pull off a similar move this time around. Next up, we have Malcolm Landgrab, who was on Blood vs. Water alongside his father, Jeffrey Landgrab. Malcolm was on the Family Tribe, which was composed of all new players who were related to the returning players. And that tribe was a hot mess. They ended up losing pretty much every single challenge. And Malcolm became the first boot on that tribe because they did actually win the first one, the first immunity challenge. However, he got a big head. He wasn't super well liked on his tribe. And he ended up having a major meltdown before tribals. So his tribe mates were like, okay, you can go. Get out of here. And funnily enough, he had a hidden immunity idol. So he could have used his idol to stay in the game, but he didn't use it. So he actually went out with an idol in his pocket. Yeah, that was certainly a choice that he made during his time there. And yeah, he flopped a little bit. But he's back. We'll see what he can do. Both of his parents are seasoned veterans at this point, both returning players. So hopefully he has gotten some information from them. Then we have Lilith Vator from Chestnut Ridge. We were so robbed of Lilith Vator on Chestnut Ridge. She just unceremoniously got booted out second. And yeah, I really wanted to see her play. She's, of course, the sister of a previous winner, Caleb Vator. And if there's one person that I am rooting for on this cast, it is Lilith. I don't necessarily want her to win. Maybe. It'll be fun if she wins. But I just want her to make the merge, at least. We deserve it. We deserve a little bit of Lilith Vator on Sims 4 Survivor. So I'm pulling for her. I'm hoping she doesn't do too bad. And then finally, we have the most experienced contestants on this season. We have the third Boots tribe. All 6 of these players were the third person to go out in their respective season, and 2 of them have blue hair for some reason, which is kind of funny, kind of a fun coincidence. First up, we have Marcus Flex from Brains vs. Brawn vs. Beauty. His elimination was kind of a shock because he was not disliked by his tribe mates. He was actually a pretty strong member on their tribe. He clearly the most physically fit person on the tribe, even though it was the Brawn tribe. But they were like, well, Marcus, you can go. Which I personally think was a mistake because the Brawn tribe ended up being kind of down and out from that point on. So I'm excited to see what Marcus is going to do on his return here. Then we have Thorne Bailey from Battle of the Sexes. This guy, he, for like 2 episodes, ran his tribe, ran the men's tribe, which is probably why they were such a hot mess. And then all of the men turned on him, like literally every single one of the men. They decided, Thorne Bailey, you have to go. We are all in an alliance and we're not going to include you. So he ended up having it all and then losing it all in the matter of 3 episodes. I'm very excited to see what he's gonna do if he brings as much mess as he did on his 3 episodes for an entire season of Sims 4 Survivor. I think we're in for a treat here. Next, we have Yuki Bear from Worldwide. She might have actually been swap screwed on Worldwide because there was a swap in episode 3 where they went from 4 tribes into 2 tribes, but she was also supposed to be the second boot, so maybe not. She was not well liked by her original tribe members. Then she was brought onto a different tribe. They didn't like her either, and they just got rid of her immediately. Since then, however, her sister just played in the last season, and she was able to do a lot better than Yuki. So Yuki maybe picked up a few pointers from Candy. Perhaps gonna do a little bit better here on her return. I mean, she was probably just very inexperienced. She was like the youngest person on her tribe. We'll see how she does. And as I mentioned, we have another blue-haired bitch. We have Vanessa Jung here, who was on Sims 4 Survivor Tartosa. Her tribe, they did not like her at all. They pretty much unanimously decided that she should go. And so she went. I don't really know what she's gonna do in return. Maybe she has learned to be a little bit more social and not be as much of a social pariah. We'll see what she does here with her second chance. Then we have another person that was not well liked on their run. We have Lou Howell from Sims 4 Survivor Copperdale. He was a target for pretty much every single vote. Like, he was only in 3 episodes, and all of those 3 episodes, he caught some votes. They were very much willing to get rid of him. He was able to escape by the skin of his teeth twice. So there is clearly some kind of talent going on there. We'll see if he can translate that into an entire season of Sims 4 Survivor. If he's able to persevere through 15 episodes in the same way that he was able to persevere through 2 episodes. We'll see. And then the final contestant on the season, we have Liliana Kealoha, coming from Sims 4 Survivor Chestnut Ridge. Liliana was on the Ranch tribe, I believe, which was kind of a hot mess. They all hated each other, and somehow Liliana ended up just getting caught in the crossfire. I'm not really sure how exactly, because she was not disliked by her tribe mates necessarily, but still, she ended up going out. So here she is, back again. Maybe slide under the radar even more than she did. Maybe gonna figure out how to not get caught in the crosshairs this time around. We'll see how she does. And that's our cast. I have relationships turned on. As always, we are going to do the same thing we did for the past few seasons, where I'm just gonna summarize a little bit. We are also following the co-wrong format, so even though that was Brains versus Brown versus Beauty, we are not doing that. This is just first boots, second boots, third boots. And as I pointed out earlier, we are playing in Brightchester. I did not mess with the relationships at all, because even though some of these people should know each other since they were on the same season, I feel like it should be a complete clean slate because they didn't really do so well. I also didn't mess with their stats at all. So this is basically a newbie season, just with returning players. But anyway, enough preamble. Let's just get into episode number 1. We start on the first Boots tribe, and look at this. Eric Lewis, he has found the hidden immunity idol. Immediately, well done, Eric. If you haven't seen Go Wrong, there was a bit of a twist with idols on that season. So basically, if you take 2 idols, you can combine them and turn them into a super idol, which is an idol that can be played after the votes are read, which is essentially the same version of the idol that they had on Panama and Cook Islands. But, you know, you'll have to trade 2 idols for it. So it'll be exciting to see if that actually ends up happening on this season. I mean, we're going to have 1 idol on each beach. Each beach. That is hard to say. So if Eric can link up with the people who find the idols on the other beaches, maybe he's going to be in a really good spot. Otherwise, we have just slight bonds that we are gonna ignore for now. On the second boot speech, we have nobody finding the idol yet. All right. Also, no significant relationships yet either. And on the third boot speech, nobody found the idol yet either. And not really any significant relationships. But we have the immunity challenge. Let's see who is gonna go to tribal in the first episode and be the first boot of the early out season. We have the first boots winning immunity. Congratulations. None of these first boots are gonna be a first boot again. We also have the second boots winning immunity. So that means that the third boots are gonna go to tribal. The contestants that have played the most amount of days out of this particular makeup of Sims 4 Survivor contestants. That's kind of exciting because now the first boots and the second boots get a little bit more of a chance to actually play the game. But let's go to the beaches. We have Eric with Idol, of course. Ted, he has a major meltdown. Okay, Eric, however, impressing the rest of the team. So Eric already starting up very strong here in episode 1. I think he's gonna be somebody to look out for on the first Boots beach. On the second Boots tribe, we have Jenna and Lilith with a major fight, which has a lasting impact, okay. But Lilith and Malcolm bond strongly, which has a lasting impact as well. Lilith's brother and Malcolm's mom, they competed on Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars together, so perhaps there's a bit of a pre-game alliance going on here. On the third Boots beach, we have Liliana resting at camp to restore her energy, so no information going into this tribal. Also, Idol still hidden. All right, it's gonna be a toss-up. Who is the first boot? Let's just go to tribal. We got the third Boots tribe here. At their first tribal, the first tribal of the season, it is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Lou. 1 vote Lou. Second vote goes to Thorn Bailey. 1 vote Lou, 1 vote Thorn. 4 votes left. Third vote goes to Lou. So that's 2 votes Lou, 1 vote Thorn, 3 votes left. Fourth vote is gonna go to Thorn Bailey. We got 2 votes Lou, 2 votes Thorn Bailey, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Lou. So that's 3 votes Lou, 2 votes Thorn Bailey, 1 vote left. And the first person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor early outs, it is Lou Howell. 4-2 vote. The tribe has spoken Lou. He was not able to dodge the votes this time around. Unfortunate for Lou, but he goes out here. First boot of the early out season. I guess he was equally as disliked on this season as he was on his original run. But we have Lou and Marcus Flex voting for Thorn Bailey. Okay, everybody else was for Lou, so that is Thorn Bailey, Vanessa, Jung, we have Yugi Bear, and Liliana Kealoha. Alright, Marcus Flex perhaps in some trouble here. We'll move on to episode number 2. Alright, third boots, they're down to 5 now. Let's look at some of these relationships. Hopefully some of them have developed, and we have everybody hating Ted. Angela and Ted don't like each other, Kevin doesn't like Ted, and Ted also doesn't like Kevin. Ted and Eric have a slight bond. Oh, yeah, okay, slight bonds. We're gonna ignore those. So Ted not as disliked as I expected, but Angela doesn't like him and Kevin doesn't like him. All right. On the second boot speech, we have the idol still hidden. We have Malcolm and Lilith with a bond. Malcolm with a medium bond, Lilith with a small bond. Lilith and Jenna now don't like each other after that fight. And Sergio doesn't like Jenna either. Okay, so Sergio may be on Lilith's side in that argument. Then we have slight bonds. All right. Third boot speech. Immunity idol still hidden. Thorn and Marcus actually bonding. Even though Marcus just voted for Thorn. Maybe it wasn't that big of a deal to them. They were like, you know what? It's the first tribal. Let's not burn any bridges yet. Liliana, however, not very well liked here so far. Neither is Thorn Bailey. All right, we'll go to immunity. So the second boots, they win, and the first boots win as well. Third boot's gonna go to tribal again. We'll see if Marcus can survive this next tribal. On the first boots beach, we have Eric with Idol still. We have Kevin and Ted with a small fight. Okay. And Janae and Liberty with a major fight. Oh no. I think there's a reason why these people were the first boots on their season. At the very least, they're not getting along anymore. We also have Angela and Ted bonding slightly, which has a lasting impact. Okay. On the second boot speech, we see Jenna finding the hidden immunity idol. Alright. Nice job. We also have Bernice and Umber finding something in common. And following that, they decide to form an alliance. It's Bernice and Umber. They pull in Lilith and Malcolm, who were bonding in the last episode. And then Sergio Romeo is also here. So this is a 5-person alliance on a 6-person tribe. Gianna Akiyama, the person with the idol, clearly being ostracized by this tribe. I kind of hope they go to tribal. I think that would be so funny to see if Jenna like has to play the idol. On the third boot speech, nothing happens. Okay. Gonna be another random vote here at tribal. Let's go. All right. Third boots here, back at tribal. It is time to vote. And if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll rate the votes. First vote goes to Thorn Bailey. Second vote goes to Thorn Bailey. 2 votes Thorn Bailey. Third vote goes to Vanessa. 2 votes Thorn. 1 vote Vanessa. Everybody hating the get famous people. Anti-celebrity sentiment, maybe. The next vote goes to Vanessa. We're tied. 2 votes Thorn. 2 votes Vanessa. 1 vote left. And the second person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor early outs is going to be Thorn Bailey. No. Dang it, I was kind of rooting for him. Thorn, the tribe has spoken. I mean, yeah. Thorn Bailey is just not a very likable person, unfortunately. So he becomes the second boot here. Places lower than he did on his original run. And I think by actually quite a bit because he competed on a 16-person cast. Anyway, we have the women all voting for Thorn. Okay, Mark is actually voting with Thorn, even though he voted for Thorn in the last episode. Okay, well, now Marcus is definitely going to have to scramble a little bit. I mean, I think there is a women's alliance brewing. There's gotta be. He could very easily be the third boot again. If they go to tribal again, that is. We'll move on to episode number 3. All right, third boots, they're flopping. They are down to 4 now. On the first boot speech, we have Ted and Kevin, still only with a medium dislike. I would have thought that would have gone up a little bit. Liberty and Janae, now with a medium dislike after their fight. We have Ted with a small bond toward Eric. Okay. And Eric with a slight bond toward Ted. So Ted really feeling good about Eric. Eric just okay towards Ted. Then we have a bunch of slight bonds. All right. On the second boot speech, we have Jenna with the idol. And then we have the big alliance that has everybody aside from Jenna. We now have Umber and Bernice with a medium bond after they were bonding in the last episode. Malcolm and Lilith have a small bond. Lilith and Jenna still don't like each other. And then we have slight bonds. All right. Or hang on. Let's actually go through this because we do have this alliance. Let's see if anybody dislikes each other. Malcolm and Bernice don't like each other. Otherwise, it's pretty much just everybody hating Jenna. Okay. Yeah. On the third boot speech, we have Yuki and Liliana with a slight dislike. Oh. And Marcus and Liliana with a slight dislike. Okay. Yuki also doesn't like Marcus. There are only like slight bonds here, so none of this is set in stone. However, maybe everybody turns on Yuki here. That could be Marcus's way out. Vanessa does like Marcus, and Liliana and Vanessa have a decent relationship, it seems. All right, let's go to immunity. We have the second boots winning immunity and the first boots winning immunity as well. So, yeah. Third boot's gonna go to their third consecutive tribal. One of the third boots is gonna be a 2-time third boot. Let's go to the first boot speech. Nothing happens. Okay. Second boot speech. We have Jenna with the idol and Umber. He decides to leave the large alliance. However, he decides to form a 2-person alliance with Bernice. Okay. So they are locking in their final 2. Not sure why Umber is leaving this alliance, but maybe he likes Jenna. He's like, well, I don't want to go against Jenna, actually. Umber also working hard at camp, becomes tired. I guess that's something. On the third boot speech, nothing happens. The third boot's tribe sucks. They do nothing. They do absolutely nothing. Let's just go to tribal. All right. Third boot's here. Liliana, Marcus, Vanessa, Yuki at their third tribal. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. First vote is going to go to Yuki. 1 vote Yuki. Second vote goes to Liliana. 1 vote Liliana, 1 vote Yuki. Third vote goes to Liliana. 2 votes Liliana, 1 vote Yuki, 1 vote left. And the last vote goes to Yuki. We're tied. It's 2-2 Liliana versus Yuki. We will have a re-vote. So Marcus and Vanessa, they're going to control this vote. If they are not in agreement, I don't really know what we're going to do. I guess maybe fire? I don't know. Because it's a 4-person tribe. They're not going to draw rocks, are they? I don't know. But the first vote on the re-vote is going to go to Liliana. 1 vote, Liliana. And the third person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor early outs, it is Liliana Kealoha. Liliana becoming a 2-time third boot. Liliana, the tribe is spoken. Vanessa and Marcus, they were in agreement. They do have apparently some sort of a bond. Yuki Bear just barely slipping past here. So it is Liliana and Vanessa who vote for Yuki. Marcus and Yuki vote for Liliana. And of course, Vanessa flips on the revote, causing Liliana to go out of the game. We'll move on to episode number 4. The third Boots tribe down to 3. Very unfortunate. Oh, we have a reward challenge today. Okay, nice. Oh, this is the reward challenge where Caleb almost died. Let's hope that doesn't happen this time around. All right, we got Eric with the idol still. We have Ted and Kevin hating each other. Liberty and Janae don't like each other. Ted and Eric now up to a small bond, both of them. So this could be a relationship to look out for. And then we have slight bonds. All right. I'm seeing that Janae is actually pretty well liked. Aside from Angela. Angela does not like her. And of course, Liberty. And otherwise, most people are pretty friendly so far. On the second boot speech, we have Jenna with the idol. We have the large alliance, which is now down to Bernice, Lilith, Malcolm, and Sergio. Then we have the final 2 between Bernice and Umber. Malcolm and Lilith are now up to a medium bond. Jenna does not like Lilith, and Lilith also does not like Jenna. They still hate each other after that fight they had. Umber and Bernice are now down to a small bond. Weren't they a medium bond? I think so. So that's kind of weird that they form an alliance and then their relationship goes down. I don't know what that's all about, but okay. Then we have slight bonds, slight dislikes. Jenna Akiyama still not liked on this tribe. Everybody else pretty friendly. On the third boot beach, we have the idol still hidden. We have Vanessa and Marcus with a slight bond. Yuki and Vanessa with a slight dislike, and Yuki and Marcus with a slight dislike. So if they go to tribal again, Yuki is done. There's no way. Vanessa and Marcus clearly have something going on, and Yuki is not involved in that. Let's go to the reward challenge. We have the first boots winning reward, and the second boots also winning reward. Third boots can't get anything done, but can they win immunity? Let's find out. They don't. RIP Yuki Bear, she's done for sure. Let's go to the beaches. We got Eric with the idol still. And Kevin and Liberty bond strongly, which has a lasting impact. And Eric and Kevin also bond strongly, which has a lasting impact. Kevin putting in some work here, making some bonds with Liberty, making some bonds with Eric. Nice going, Kevin. On the second boot speech, we have Jenna with the idol, and we have a new final 2 alliance. It is Lilith and Malcolm. They solidify their final 2. Very nice. But on the third boot speech, does anything happen? No. This tribe is terrible. I don't know what they're doing, but they're terrible. We'll just take them to tribal. All right. Third boots, they're back. Marcus, Vanessa, and Yuki. 4th consecutive tribal. This is the most losingest tribe so far, I think, in Sims 4 Survivor history. Or actually, the Occult tribe also went to the first 4 tribals of the season on Occults versus Normies. So they've tied the Occult tribe. But it is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Vanessa. 1 vote, Vanessa. Second vote goes to Yuki. 1 vote Vanessa, 1 vote Yuki, 1 vote left. And the 4th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor early outs. It is Yuki. Yeah. Yuki, the tribe has spoken. I don't really know. I don't really know what she was doing. She made no bonds. She didn't like either of the people that were remaining. So, yeah, that was curtains for her. Marcus and Vanessa, they both vote for Yuki. Yuki votes for Vanessa. Simple tribal. Let's move on to episode number 5. Is there not a tribe swap here? Oh, I thought there was a tribe swap here. I guess it's in episode 6. Oh, there might be like an extra episode because they might have like cut an episode because of the medevac or something. I don't know. Anyway, third boots down to 2. What happens if they lose again? Are they just gonna have a fire making competition? Probably. This is the Sims 4 Survivor equivalent of Oolong. On the first boot speech, we have now Ted and Kevin with a strong dislike. Okay, Eric with the idol, of course. Liberty and Janae still don't like each other. Liberty and Kevin with a small bond now, and Kevin and Eric with a small bond. Ted now likes Liberty as well. Okay. And Ted and Eric with a small bond. Liberty only with a slight bond toward Ted, however. And Liberty does not like Eric, actually. Janae has some bonds, but is mostly invisible aside from her hatred for Liberty. Is there not one more person on this tribe that I'm forgetting about? Ted, Kevin, Liberty, Janae, Eric. Who is not on the board here at all? Angela. Angela, what are you doing? She is completely purple. Okay, well, anyway. On the second boot beach, we have Jenna with the idol. We have the 4-person alliance. We have these final two alliances. Then we have Malcolm and Lilith with a medium bond. Lilith and Jenna with a medium dislike. Umber and Bernice with their small bond. And Sergio and Bernice now don't like each other with a slight dislike. They're still in this larger alliance, so that might be bad. Otherwise, we have just slight bonds. We're going to skip those. And Vanessa! She finds the hidden immunity idol on the third boot speech. Vanessa and Marcus only with a slight bond with each other. So that's something. Can they win their first immunity challenge? We'll find out. They do! The third boots, they come in first place for the first time on this season. They are not going to go to tribal. Congratulations, Marcus and Vanessa. The first boots, however, also win. So the second boots are going to go to tribal. The only tribe that has alliances so far. That's going to be exciting. Are they going to boot Jenna out of the game? Or is she going to use her idol? Are they not even going to target her? That'll be exciting to see. On the first boot speech, we have Liberty with a major meltdown. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the second boot speech. We have Jenna with the idol and Bernice and Umber bond strongly, which has a lasting impact. The final two alliance, they are strengthening their bonds. Does that mean Jenna is still the target? It doesn't really look like anything has changed there, but maybe Bernice and Umber team up with her. On the third boot speech, nothing happens. All right, we'll just go to tribal. We have the second boots here at their first tribal of the season. Bernice, Jenna, Lilith, Malcolm, Sergio, and Umber. It is time to vote. And if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands. Jenna is not gonna use her idol. I will read the votes. The first vote, it goes to Jenna. 1 vote Jenna. Second vote goes to Malcolm. 1 vote Jenna, 1 vote Malcolm, 4 votes left. Third vote is gonna go to Umber. Oh. 1 vote Jenna, 1 vote Malcolm, 1 vote Umber, 3 votes left. Okay. The next vote is gonna go to Malcolm. 2 votes Malcolm, 1 vote Jenna, 1 vote Umber, 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Sergio. What? Didn't these people have alliances? What is going on? Why are 4 people catching votes? We have 2 votes Malcolm, 1 vote Jenna, 1 vote Sergio, 1 vote Umber, 1 vote left. And the last vote goes to Jenna. Okay, we're tied. Jenna versus Malcolm. I don't know what is going on. But we will have a revote. I really think Jenna should have used that idol, to be honest. I think she's going to get the boot here. But the first vote is going to go to Malcolm. 1 vote Malcolm. Next vote goes to Jenna. 1 vote Malcolm. 1 vote Jenna. 2 votes left. Next vote goes to Jenna. That's 2 votes Jenna. 1 vote Malcolm. 1 vote left. And the last vote goes to Malcolm. What? What is going on with this tribe? What the hell? So we are deadlocked, which means Bernice, Lilith, Sergio, and Umber, they are gonna draw rocks? What? Okay, well, let's see who goes out. The person who draws the purple rock and will be eliminated is going to be Bernice. Okay, well, Bernice goes out here. The tribe has spoken, or I guess the rock has spoken. Yeah, what? I have no words. I have no idea what happened, but yeah. Let's just go. Let's see what happened. We have Bernice voting for Malcolm, even though she was in an alliance with Malcolm. Jenna voted for Sergio. What? Why? I guess, like, Jenna, she was not in an alliance with anybody, so nobody clued her in on what to do. So Bernice definitely flopped here, because Bernice could have told Jenna to vote for Malcolm, and Malcolm would have gone out. Lilith and Malcolm, they vote for Jenna. Umber also votes for Malcolm, and Sergio is an Umber vote? What? Why? Sergio is not voting with his alliance, although none of the alliance is voting together, aside from Lilith and Malcolm. What even? What even? Sergio also the only one who flips on the revote because he couldn't vote for Umber, so he votes for Jenna on the revote. Yeah. Wild tribal, really strange tribal. We'll just move on to the next episode. Alright, we got the first boots here. We got the second boots here, down to 5. And the third boots, the final 2 of that tribe. But we have a twist. It's a tribe swap. The tribe with the fewest remaining members will be dissolved. So the third boots tribe, no more. And otherwise, we are going to have a draw for tribes, I think. And Eric, he is exiled, which means he is going to join whichever tribe ends up losing this episode. But for now, he's going to be safe on exile. Not going to be able to be voted for. So good for Eric. But we have new tribes. On the first boot tribe, we have remaining on first boot, Janae, Kevin, and Ted. Then we have Umber Grove, the sole second boot member, now joining the first boot tribe. And then we have Marcus and Vanessa sticking together, the only remaining third boot members still together on the first boot tribe. However, the second boot tribe, we have Jenna, Lilith, Malcolm, and Sergio remaining. And joining them are Angela and Liberty from the first boot tribe. So you would think this would be a bad position for Angela and Liberty. However, these second booters, they are fighting like nobody's business. Jenna, she has the idol. She has been like voting against everybody. Sergio and Jenna both voted against one another. Malcolm almost got voted out because his alliance didn't work together. I don't know what is going on there. But of course, we have Lilith and Malcolm with their two-person alliance, and they are also aligned with Sergio in that alliance that Bernice is now out of because she got voted out. Also, on the first boot speech, we have Kevin and Ted who have been fighting pretty much this entire time. So they're going to remain. So even though the first booters are in the majority here, they're not necessarily going to work together. We got two very interesting tribes here. Pretty fun tribe swap here. Let's go to the beaches. So we got Vanessa with the idol. We got Ted and Kevin with a strong dislike. We have Kevin and Janae with a small bond now. Okay. And then we have a bunch of slight bonds. Kevin does not seem to be super well liked on this tribe. He could definitely be the next boot if they go to tribal. Otherwise, everybody's pretty friendly. All right. And on the second boot speech, we have Jenna with the idol. We have the 3-person second boot alliance with Lilith, Malcolm, and Sergio. Sergio not super loyal to this. He's down to a 5. Lilith and Malcolm at a 6. Then we have Lilith and Malcolm in their alliance. Lilith and Jenna now with a strong dislike. Okay. Malcolm and Lilith with their medium bond. Jenna does not like Sergio. And Sergio does not like Jenna either. And Malcolm and Jenna don't like each other either. Jenna is hated by the second booters. Sergio doesn't like Lilith either. Oh, that's interesting. And Lilith also doesn't like Angela. Jenna doesn't like Angela. Everybody hates the red-haired people on this season. This is kind of problematic, not gonna lie. But let's go to immunity. The second boot tribe. The tribe with more drama, they win immunity. Congratulations. Not gonna go to tribal tonight. The first boot tribe is gonna go to tribal. Let's see what's going on their beach. We have Vanessa with the idol and Janae and Ted have a major fight. These are fellow first booters or original first booters. So maybe Ted is gonna get the boot here. That could definitely happen. Janae doesn't like him. Kevin doesn't like him. But I guess it's gonna depend on what the new people are gonna do, like who they're gonna side with. On the second boot tribe, we have Jenna with the idol. We have Liberty with another major meltdown. And Jenna and Lilith, they have a major fight. So this rivalry, it is increasing. Let's just go to tribal. We got the new first boots tribe here. Janae, Kevin, Marcus, Ted, Umber, and Vanessa. It is time to vote. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. The first vote is going to go to Marcus. 1 vote, Marcus. Second vote goes to Marcus. 2 votes, Marcus. 4 votes left. The third vote is going to go to Umber, 2 votes Marcus, 1 vote Umber, 3 votes left. And the 4th vote goes to Umber. That's 2 votes Marcus, 2 votes Umber, 2 votes left. 5th vote goes to Umber. So that's 3 votes Umber, 2 votes Marcus, 1 vote left. And the 6th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor early outs. It is Umber Grove. Umber, the tribe has spoken. That is kind of surprising. He was the only second booter to join this tribe. I thought he might have been in a swing position, but the first boot tribe members stuck together or something. Although somebody voted for Marcus, so I don't know. Let's see how it turned out. So we have the Marcus votes. They are Ted and Umber. Okay, so Ted definitely not well liked by this tribe. He is not clued in on the vote. However, Janae and Kevin, they join Marcus and Vanessa in voting out Umber. The former third booters. So Ted definitely going to be in a little bit of trouble here, although Eric is going to join this tribe now. And Ted and Eric, they had a decent relationship. We'll move on to episode number 7. Let's see how that's going to affect the tribe. Eric, he's back. He returns from exile, sees that Umber Grove is gone, joins the first boot tribe. Okay, on the first boot beach, we have Eric with an idol, we have Vanessa with an idol. Ted and Kevin hate each other. Kevin and Eric with a small bond. Ted and Janae now with a medium dislike after their fight in the last episode. We have Ted and Eric with their small bond. Kevin and Janae with a small bond now. And Janae with a small bond toward Eric. Okay. Kevin and Vanessa don't like each other, it seems. Eric has a decent bond with Janae, it seems. And Ted and Marcus actually with a slight bond, even though Ted just voted for Marcus. On the second boot speech, we have Jenna with the idol. We have the 3-person alliance. We have, actually Lilith is going down now. She's down to a 5 in the 3-person alliance. Lilith and Malcolm, they have their final 2. They're sticking to a solid 7. Lilith and Jenna now have a mutual extreme hatred. Yeah. These two women, they hate each other. This is not great for them. Malcolm and Lilith, however, still with their medium bond. Sergio does not like Jenna. Sergio also does not like Liberty. Jenna likewise does not like Sergio. And Liberty with a medium dislike toward Angela and vice versa. Malcolm and Liberty with a slight dislike. Malcolm and Jenna with a slight dislike. And Jenna and Angela now with a slight bond. Okay. So a lot of dislikes on this tribe. A lot of hatred. Jenna and Angela, who did not like each other in the last episode, they are starting to bond a little bit. Maybe that's something to watch out for. But let's go to immunity? No, reward. We have the first boots winning reward. They win a picnic. Great. But immunity is going to go to the first boots as well. Not going to go back to tribal. I believe Eric Lewis now has never gone to tribal so far. Right? I'm pretty sure he has been immune every single episode. So maybe he is Michelle in this season. He could win. All right, on the first boot beach, we have nothing happening. Okay. But on the second boot beach, we have Angela and Jenna with a minor disagreement. I spoke too soon. They did seem to be forming some kind of a bond, but no more. It's over. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the second booters here. At their first tribal post-swap, we got Angela, Jenna, Liberty, Lilith, Malcolm, and Sergio. It is time to vote. And if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. First vote is going to go to Liberty. 1 vote Liberty. Second vote goes to Liberty. 2 votes Liberty. Third vote is going to go to Jenna. 2 votes Liberty. 1 vote Jenna. 3 votes left. The fourth vote goes to Liberty. Okay, 3 votes Liberty. 1 vote Jenna. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jenna. So that's 3 votes Liberty. 2 votes Jenna. 1 vote left. But the 7th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor early outs. It is Liberty Lee. Liberty, the tribe has spoken. She was very much not well liked by this tribe. They were just waiting to get rid of her. And there she goes. Unfortunate for her. Jenna somehow slipping past all of these tribals. And look at this. Lilith is not the other Jenna vote. It is Sergio. Okay. Weird. Lilith and Malcolm, even though neither of them like Jenna, Lilith has an extreme hatred toward Jenna. They still vote for Liberty. So maybe Angela is the deal maker here. Maybe she was like, okay, I kind of want to work with you guys, but we have to get rid of Liberty first. I don't know, maybe. We'll move on to episode number 8. which is the merge. Excellent. So the people on the new Redemption tribe, the merge tribe that I named Redemption, because these people, they have gotten their redemption by, not being pre-mergers anymore. But we have on this tribe, Angela Pleasant, Eric Lewis, Janae Price, Jenna Akiyama, Kevin Puri, Lilith Vitor, Malcolm Landgrab, Marcus Flex, Sergio Romeo, Ted Roswell, and Vanessa Jung. Honestly, a very fun Final 11 here. I'm excited to see what the merge brings us. Let's go to the beach. We still have all our idols in the game. And remember, these three people, like 2 of them, could pull their idols together to form a super idol. I doubt it's going to happen because none of these are really working together, but it could happen. We have the 3-person alliance that has not really been an alliance at any point. Lilith, Malcolm, and Sergio. Sergio has not voted with them once, I think. No idea what he's doing, but it's something. He's here. We'll give him that. We also have Lilith and Malcolm with their final 2. Lilith actually dropping down to a 6 here. They still have their medium bond though. Also, we have Lilith and Jenna with their extreme hatred. We have Ted and Kevin with their extreme hatred. I don't believe that was an extreme hatred until now, but they hate each other now. We have Sergio and Jenna with a medium dislike. We have Kevin and Eric with a medium bond now. Kevin and Janae with a small bond. Ted and Janae now with a medium dislike. Did they fight at one point? I believe they did. I don't remember exactly anymore. But we have Ted and Eric with a small bond. Vanessa and Eric with a slight dislike. Okay. And Ted has a slight bond toward Marcus. Okay. But immunity is going to go to Eric. What? Eric has not gone a single episode without being immune, I believe. Yeah. The longest immunity streak, I believe, so far. Maybe not. How many did Mickey? Mickey won 5 immunity challenges, but I do believe... I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Eric is immune. Not going to go tonight. Let's go to the beach. We got the idols. We have Jenna and Sergio with a minor disagreement, which has a lasting impact. Okay. This vetch just getting larger and larger. Then we have Angela and Ted bonding slightly. Okay. Which has a lasting impact as well. Kevin and Malcolm now bonding slightly. These 2 have not met each other until now. So perhaps that's going to be some kind of cross-tribal relationship forming here. And then we have Ted working hard at camp and he becomes tired. All right. Let's go to tribal. We got the merge redemption tribe here. We got Angela, Eric, Janae, Jenna, Kevin, Lilith, Malcolm, Marcus, Sergio, Ted, and Vanessa. We got Eric with the necklace. He cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is going to be eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. Nobody using idols this season. First vote is going to go to Jenna. 1 vote Jenna. Second vote goes to Ted. 1 vote Jenna. 1 vote Ted. 9 votes left. Third vote is going to go to Ted. That's 2 votes Ted. 1 vote Jenna. 8 votes left. Fourth vote is going to go to Ted. 3 votes Ted. 1 vote Jenna. Fifth vote is going to go to Ted. 4 votes Ted. 1 vote Jenna. Is this a steamroll or like a... what is it called? A landslide? Landslide. Is this a landslide vote against Ted? I don't know. The 6th vote is going to go to Jenna. Okay. Maybe not a landslide, but perhaps still, it could still be a landslide. We got 4 votes Ted. We got 2 votes Jenna. 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jenna. 4 votes Ted. 3 votes Jenna. 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Ted. That's 5 votes Ted. 3 votes Jenna. 3 votes left. Next vote is going to go to Jenna. 5 votes Ted. 4 votes Jenna. 2 votes left. But the 8th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor early outs. First member of the jury. It is Ted Roswell. Ted, the tribe has spoken. Honestly, impressive. Going from the first ever boot to the first merge boot here on this season. You know what, Ted? You did better. And that's really all you can really hope for, right? But his social game was honestly not that great, so not a huge surprise that he goes out here. So the Ted votes are Angela, Eric, Janae, Jenna, Kevin, Marcus, and Vanessa. So even though Eric had a bond with Ted, he also jumps on this vote. This is the entire First Boot tribe, or like the post-swap first Boot tribe, aside from Ted, of course. And then the Lilith, Malcolm, Sergio alliance, they join up with Ted. So the second booters are definitely in trouble here, it seems. Yeah, these are the only original second booters, right? Because Umber went out, and then who else was the person? I don't remember. Well, anyway, we'll move on. We got episode number 9 here, the final 10. Let's go to the beach. Let's see what's going on. We got the 3 idols, Eric, Jenna, Vanessa, all with idols. We have the 3-person second boot alliance, the only alliance on the season, but still somehow the minority. We also have Lilith and Malcolm with their final 2. Oh, right, Jenna was the second booter, right. Forget about that. Lilith and Jenna, they have their extreme hatred. We have Sergio and Jenna with a strong dislike. Kevin and Eric now with a medium bond. Okay. Malcolm and Lilith with a medium bond. Kevin and Janae with a small bond. I think this is definitely something that is gonna develop further. The Kevin and Eric bond, and then the Kevin and Janae bond, and then Janae and Eric also have a pretty solid bond, right? I mean, it's not on the board right now, but I believe so. Like, they have in the past just been on friendly terms, so this could definitely be a trio to watch out for. We also have, of course, Malcolm and Lilith with their medium bond. This bond is not, like, developing at all. They're just stuck in a medium bond, so I don't really know about that. This final 2 is, like, not as strong as it seems. Lilith and Angela, they don't like each other. They have a medium dislike. Vanessa doesn't like Eric. Okay, and Eric also doesn't like Vanessa. Oh, right, that was a layover from the swap tribe, right. Malcolm and Kevin, they now have their slight bond after they were bonding in the last episode. And Vanessa and Malcolm have a slight bond as well. Okay, that's a new relationship. In the reward challenge, we have Janae, Kevin, Lilith, Marcus, and Vanessa all winning reward together. They get ice cream. All right. But more importantly, immunity is going to go to Lilith Vitor. She wins her first immunity, I believe. Yes. I mean, of course. These are all early outs. None of them made the merge. So Lilith wins her first immunity in her Sims 4 Survivor career. Is safe tonight. Eric is going to be vulnerable tonight for the first time. He had a good 8-episode run, but episode number 9. No more. Maybe he plays this idol, so maybe he will technically be safe. I don't know. Let's go to the beach. All right, we got the idols. We got Janae and Kevin bonding slightly. We got Eric and Janae bonding slightly. No, wait, strongly. Yes, this is definitely happening. I'm predicting this. Janae, Kevin, Eric, I think this is a relationship forming. We also have Janae and Marcus having a minor disagreement, which has a lasting impact. And Sergio, he is officially out of the 3-person alliance. He doesn't want to work with Lilith or Malcolm anymore. He doesn't want to hitch his wagon on their ride, I guess. But we have a new alliance. It is Eric, Kevin, and Malcolm. Why Malcolm? Why not Janae? I don't know, but whatever. Eric and Kevin officially allies now, and they pull in Malcolm for some reason. I guess Malcolm, like, bonding with Kevin in the last episode, that was enough for Kevin to be like, okay, I can work with Malcolm. Pull him in, let's do it. A boys alliance, let's go. But we'll just go to tribal. All right, we got the final 10 here. The Redemption Tribe. Lilith, she has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Jenna, she's gonna use her idol finally. Any votes cast against Jenna will not count. I'll read the votes. The first vote, it goes to Jenna, does not count. Jenna, does not count. Jenna, does not count. And the next vote goes to Sergio. 3 votes negated by Jenna. Not bad, not great either. She might have needed that idol later, but perhaps not. We'll find out. We have 1 vote Sergio, 6 votes left. The next vote goes to Sergio. That's 2 votes Sergio. Next vote is going to go to Sergio. 3 votes Sergio. And the 9th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor early outs, second member of the jury. It is Sergio. Literally a unanimous vote because 3 votes were cancelled. Sergio, the tribe has spoken. I believe even though he left the alliance, he still voted with them. So it was just a layover from the previous vote that they were in the minority. They remain in the minority. So unfortunate for Sergio, but he goes out here. Yeah, it's everybody votes for Sergio aside from Lilith, Malcolm, and Sergio. Somewhat expected vote turnout. I guess this is a defensive idol play, probably by Jenna, I'm assuming. In case like Lilith, Malcolm, or Sergio whip out an idol, she probably knows the votes are gonna go on her. So, not the worst idol play in the world, you know, we'll give her credit where credit is due. But we're gonna move on to episode number 10. We got the final 9 here. Angela, Eric, Janae, Jenna, Kevin, Lilith, Malcolm, Marcus, and Vanessa. Honestly, Marcus and Vanessa, they have been a little bit quiet since the merge. Perhaps trying to go a little bit under the radar. They know there's still the chance that the other tribes decide to go against them, since there's only 2 of them left from the original Third Boots tribe. Okay, we got Eric with an idol, we got Vanessa with an idol, we have no new idol hidden. So these are the only 2 idols in the game for now. We have Malcolm and Lilith with their 2-person alliance. They are both back up to a 7, so that's good for them. We have now this new alliance with Eric, Kevin, and Malcolm. And we have Lilith and Jenna with their extreme hatred. We have Malcolm and Lilith with a strong bond. Then we have Kevin and Eric with a strong bond. Kevin and Janae with a strong bond. And Janae and Eric with a small bond. Honestly, just make it happen. Like, these 3, they have to make it happen. I think, like, this is an alliance in the making. Like, I think they could definitely run the game if they decide to just link up. But for some reason, Janae is not getting included in their alliance. And for some reason, instead, it's Malcolm. Even though Malcolm's not even voting with them, I don't know. But we have Vanessa with a small bond toward Malcolm. I mean, a lot of people like Malcolm, so he's gotta be doing something, right? Perhaps his social game is pretty good. I don't know. Lilith and Angela, they don't like each other still. Marcus and Janae now with a medium dislike after their spat in the last episode. Then we have Malcolm and Kevin with a slight bond, Malcolm and Jenna with a slight dislike. All right, we'll go to reward. We have Jenna not competing, but she gets to guess the winning team. She guesses incorrectly. And Eric, Kevin, Marcus, and Vanessa, they're gonna go get Chinese takeout. Okay. But immunity, it is gonna go to Kevin. Congratulations, Kevin. He gets his first immunity win in his Sims 4 Survivor career. So, congratulations, Kevin. Cannot be voted for tonight. Let's go to the beach. We have Vanessa with a major meltdown. Okay. We have Janae impressing the rest of the team. Okay. And Lilith and Malcolm, they bond strongly. I guess even stronger than they already have been. But we have this alliance, the boys' alliance. What is happening with it? Malcolm, he's out. Listen, that's why I'm telling you. Why are you bringing Malcolm in here? Why not bring Janae into the alliance? I don't know. Nobody knows. We'll just go to tribal. Alright, final 9 here. The Redemption Tribe. Kevin, he has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up? So I'll read the votes. The first vote is gonna go to Jenna. 1 vote Jenna. Second vote goes to Vanessa. 1 vote Jenna, 1 vote Vanessa, 7 votes left. Third vote is gonna go to Jenna. That's 2 votes Jenna, 1 vote Vanessa, 6 votes left. Next vote is gonna go to Vanessa, we're tied. 2 votes Jenna, 2 votes Vanessa, 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jenna. 3 votes Jenna, 2 votes Vanessa, 4 votes left. The next vote is gonna go to Vanessa, we're tied again. 3 votes Jenna, 3 votes Vanessa, 3 votes left. Next vote goes to Jenna. 4 votes Jenna, 3 votes Vanessa, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Vanessa. We're tied again. 4 votes Jenna, 4 votes Vanessa, 1 vote left. And the 10th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Early Outs. Third member of the jury, it is going to be Vanessa. Vanessa, the tribe has spoken, voted out with an idol in her pocket. She shouldn't have had that major meltdown. Or at least, if she had that major meltdown, she should have used her idol. But she goes out here. Who are the Vanessa votes? They are Angela, Eric, Janae, Jenna, and Kevin. Marcus and Vanessa actually join up with Lilith and Malcolm to vote out Jenna. Okay. So the third booters, they are seeing that they definitely are not in the majority here and they are going to need something to happen, but they do not make it happen this time around. Marcus now is the only third boot member remaining on the season. We'll move on to episode number 11. We got the final 8 here. Angela, Eric, Janae, Jenna, Kevin, Lilith, Malcolm, and Marcus. Angela is so purple. She has not done a single thing this entire game, aside from like argue with Lilith or something. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing, but whatever. Let's go to the beach. We got Lilith and Malcolm now at a 9 strength. Okay. Lilith at a 9, Malcolm at an 8. Eric and Kevin, they are at an 8 strength now after Malcolm left. So Kevin at an 8, Eric with a 7. We have Lilith and Jenna with their extreme hatred. We have Malcolm and Lilith now with an unbreakable relationship. Janae and Eric now randomly with an unbreakable relationship. What? They had a small bond in the last episode, but okay, I guess. Kevin and Eric, they have a strong bond. Kevin and Janae with a strong bond. Seriously, just make it happen. 3-person alliance. Listen, I'm gonna say that this is like an actual alliance. They're just not like putting it on paper, but they are definitely an alliance, right? There's no way. Eric and Angela, they don't like each other. Marcus and Janae don't like each other. Malcolm and Kevin now with a small bond. Their relationship going up, okay. Malcolm and Angela also with a small bond. Okay. Look at this. Malcolm, he has some game. I think it was a fluke that he was a second booter, to be honest. I think he's proving that. He does not like Jenna, however, but we already knew that. We'll go to reward, and we're competing for something. And Eric, he wins love. Kevin wins an advantage. And Malcolm wins food. Kevin wins an extra vote. Oh, okay. We'll see how he uses that. But immunity is going to go to Eric. Again, second immunity win for Eric Lewis. Congratulations, Eric. Listen, I think Eric is by far the front runner right now. Eric and Kevin. And I think Janae is like kind of in the mix as well. But definitely Eric and Kevin. They are the power duo here. For sure. But Eric cannot be voted for tonight. Congratulations. Let's go to the beach. So we got Eric with the idol, the only remaining idol. Actually, there is a new idol hidden. So, okay. Kevin, he has the extra vote. And then we have Angela and Malcolm finding something in common. We also have Janae with a major meltdown. Okay. But something is happening with the Lilith and Malcolm alliance. Angela! She decides to join the alliance. Okay. Angela making a move here. She flips on over to the minority group. I guess Malcolm's relationship with Angela is pulling her into this alliance. Okay, well, that just changes everything. But Lilith, she's completely worn out, is not giving up. I guess. Okay, whatever. We'll go to tribal. All right, we got the final 8 here. Eric, he has the necklace, cannot be voted for. It is time to vote. But before we vote, Kevin, he is gonna use his extra vote. He will get 2 votes tonight. We'll see what he does with it. Now it is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Eric, he's gonna use his idol. And he's gonna use it on Kevin. What? Okay, well, any votes cast against Kevin will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote is going to go to Kevin. Does not count. Kevin. Does not count. Kevin. Does not count. Oh my god. Eric, how did you know? Kevin. Does not count. Holy shit. What? What? Kevin. Does not count. What? Oh my god. 5 votes negated. Next vote goes to Marcus. 1 vote Marcus. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Marcus. 2 votes Marcus. And 2 votes left. And the 11th person voted out of Sims for Survivor Early Outs, 4th member of the jury. It is Marcus Flex. What? Who flipped? I don't know. Anyway, Marcus, the tribe has spoken, the last remaining 3rd boot member. I thought he was going to be able to slip under the radar and just slide through a few votes, but no. Eric Lewis said, no, not today. Let's look at this vote turnout. We have Angela, Jenna, Lilith, Malcolm, and Marcus joining together to vote on Kevin. Okay. Jenna, she works with her arch enemies in Lilith and Malcolm. Very sneaky Jenna, I think. she's like, okay, I'm seeing this like power alliance of Eric, Janae, and Kevin. I'm gonna have to do something about that. So I don't like it, but I'm gonna have to work with Lilith. Interesting play by Jenna. Of course, Angela was in that alliance, and Marcus, he's not gonna vote for himself. So yeah, Kevin uses his 2 votes to vote for Marcus. Honestly, did not really need it, but that's okay. Maybe they were afraid of like a vote split or something. I don't know. Although they couldn't vote split because there were only 5 votes. I don't know. Whatever. We'll move on to episode number 12. We got the final 7 here. On the beach, Eric, he finds a second hidden immunity idol. Oh my god. Eric is destroying this season. Holy shit. This is reminding me a lot of Jeremy's win on Cambodia, right? Like he plays an idol on his ally who had an extra vote. He finds 2 idols. Eric, if he wins, like he could be having like one of the best winning games of Sims 4 Survivor. Anyway, we got this alliance. Angela joining Lilith and Malcolm. Malcolm at a 7, Lilith at a 6, Angela at a 5. So this alliance is not super strong because Angela and Lilith don't really like each other. We got Eric and Kevin with their final 2 alliance. And Malcolm and Lilith have an unbreakable relationship. Lilith and Jenna hate each other. Kevin and Eric with an unbreakable relationship. And now Janae and Eric are down to a medium bond. What is going on with these two? Their relationship just fluctuates all over the place. They go from being like best friends to just like, he's fine, to unbreakable relationship. I would die for that. I don't know, but I guess it might be because Janae had that major meltdown probably. We have Malcolm and Angela with a medium bond. Eric and Angela don't like each other. I don't think that's good for Angela. I think she might be the next to go. Although they do have a majority if Jenna actually votes with them again. So, that could be something. Anyway, Malcolm and Kevin, they have a small bond. Kevin and Janae have a small bond. Didn't they have an unbreakable relationship too? Or like at least a good relationship? I don't know. I guess that major meltdown from Janae it must have been something big. I don't know. People are not feeling Janae anymore. But Eric doesn't like Jenna, and Lilith and Angela, they don't like each other, as I said. Reward, however, is gonna go to Angela and Eric. And they're gonna bring Lilith with them on reward. Okay. So maybe Angela trying to smooth things over with Lilith. I don't know. Eric, I don't know why he's agreeing to Lilith going. Maybe he's like, well, don't vote for me if you're gonna go against me. Vote for Kevin. But immunity, it is gonna go to Eric. Once again, 3rd immunity win for Eric Lewis. This is incredible. Like, he has been vulnerable for 2 tribals, and both of those 2 tribals, he has had an idol in his pocket. Wow, okay. Nice job, Eric. Let's go to the beach. All right, we got Eric with the idol. We got Lilith impressing the rest of the team. Nice job, Lilith. And then we have Eric and Kevin bonding slightly, which is not going to do anything because they already have an unbreakable bond. But okay, I guess. Let's go to tribal. Final 7 here. Eric, he has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I'll read the votes. First vote is going to go to Jenna. 1 vote Jenna. Second vote goes to Jenna. 2 votes Jenna. 5 votes left. Third vote is going to go to Kevin. 2 votes Jenna. 1 vote Kevin. 4 votes left. And the 4th vote goes to Jenna. That's 3 votes Jenna. 1 vote Kevin. 3 votes left. And the 12th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor early outs. 5th member of the jury. It is Jenna. Jenna, the tribe has spoken. Honestly, she played a surprisingly good game for somebody who was on the outs immediately on her tribe. She made it all the way to 7th place and kind of became the swing vote here, which is probably why she gets the boot here. The 2 sides, they were just in mutual agreement to get rid of the swing vote. Unanimous vote against Jenna. She votes for Kevin. Honestly, I think the second booter should have jumped on that and also voted on Kevin, but you know what? Maybe Eric bringing Lilith with him to that reward was enough to sway her mind. She was like, you know what, Eric, you did me a solid. I will give you a solid, and I also don't like Jenna. So let's get rid of Jenna. I think this is Eric's move. I'm gonna give him full credit. So, anyway, let's move on to episode number 13. We have the final 6. Angela has been a little bit more visible, but still mostly purple. Eric here, Janae, Kevin, Lilith, and Malcolm. We got Eric with Idol. We got Angela, Lilith, and Malcolm with their alliance. Malcolm up to an 8 now. Eric and Kevin, they have their final 2. Eric up to a 9 here. So this is very strong. We have Malcolm and Lilith with an unbreakable relationship. Kevin and Eric as well. We have Lilith and Kevin with a strong bond. Whoa, where did that come from? What did they do? How did that happen? I don't know, but okay. So maybe this was Kevin's move. I don't know. But anyway, Malcolm and Angela, they have a strong bond. Janae now with a strong bond toward Eric. Eric only with a medium bond toward Janae. Lilith and Eric with a strong bond. Okay, so Lilith definitely is using her social capital to like get in with Eric and Kevin a little bit. So yeah, I think it's like a mutual agreement between Lilith and Eric and Kevin that like they just decided, all right, let's get rid of the middleman. Jenna has to go. Honestly, pretty strong move. Lilith, however, also likes Janae and vice versa. So Lilith's suddenly on the board with a really strong social game. We also have Kevin with a medium bond toward Malcolm, and Eric and Angela don't like each other. So I think Angela is probably going to be the next one to go if she doesn't win immunity. Lilith also doesn't really like Angela, so she could be like, well, I mean, I'm in an alliance with her, but she can go for all I care. On reward, we have Eric, Janae, and Kevin. They win together. They go to a reward. So we were split between the 2 different sides. Okay, let's go to immunity. Eric! What? He wins his 4th immunity. What a comp beast. What a run he's on. Honestly, he also has an idol in his pocket. So next tribal, he's guaranteed to be safe. So all he really has to do is win the final 4 immunity, and he has won the game. Or I'd imagine. I mean, I don't know how the jury's going to vote, but I think so. Let's go to the beach. We have Eric with Idol. We have Angela impressing the rest of the team. So maybe this is not her boot episode. I don't know. Janae, however, resting at camp to restore her energy. All right. We'll go to tribal. All right. Final 6 here. Eric, he has the necklace again. Cannot be voted for again. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up, so I read the votes. First vote is going to go to Janae. 1 vote, Janae. Second vote goes to Janae. 2 votes, Janae. 4 votes left. And the next one goes to Angela. 2 votes, Janae. 1 vote, Angela. 3 votes left. The next one goes to Angela. We're tied. 2 votes, Angela. 2 votes, Janae. 2 votes left. The 5th vote is going to go to Janae. So that's 3 votes Janae, 2 votes Angela, 1 vote left. Are we tied? I think so. The last vote is going to go to Angela. We're tied. 3-3, Angela versus Janae. We're going to have a revote. And the first vote on the revote is going to go to Janae. 1 vote Janae. Second vote goes to Janae. That's 2 votes Janae, 2 votes left. The third vote is going to go to Angela. 2 votes Janae, 1 vote Angela, 1 vote left. We could be deadlocked, and if so, we're drawing rocks again. But the last vote is gonna go to Angela. What? They're seriously going to rocks? Kevin, honestly, I think this is a bad move by Eric. He could have used the idol and idled Kevin, and Lilith and Malcolm would have been guaranteed to go out. Or Angela. They could have flipped on the revote. But we're deadlocked. We're going to draw rocks. Kevin, Lilith, Malcolm, one of these 3 is going to go out. And the person who draws the purple rock and is eliminated in 6th place is going to be Malcolm. Malcolm, the tribe has spoken. The game has spoken. Whatever. Malcolm, he is the boot here. Not really expecting him to go out this way, but he played a good game. He had a really solid social game. I don't think he would have been eliminated in a vote. Maybe if like Janae and Kevin and Eric would continue to have so much power. But it seems somewhat fitting that he goes out in rocks, to be honest. It seems like a natural conclusion to his game. The vote goes exactly as you'd expect. Eric, Janae, and Kevin, they stick together to vote for Angela. Angela, Lilith, and Malcolm, they stick together to vote for Janae. Everybody sticks to their guns on the revote. Perhaps it was not the time to vote out Jenna in the last episode. I don't know. At least not for Malcolm, but you know what? He took that chance. We will move on to episode number 14. We got the final 5 here. Angela, Eric, Janae, Kevin, and Lilith. On the beach, we have Eric with the idol. This is the last time he can use said idol. We have Angela and Lilith in their alliance, though this is barely an alliance. Like, they both don't like each other. I think this is gonna be dissolved as soon as we go back to the beach, because Malcolm was kind of that glue holding them together. We have Kevin and Eric with an unbreakable relationship, and now we have Lilith and Eric with an unbreakable relationship. What? What? How'd that happen? Lilith very much working her social game. She also has a strong bond with Kevin. Kevin and Janae with a strong bond. Janae and Eric with a strong bond. Lilith and Janae with a medium bond. And Eric doesn't like Angela. And then Janae, Kevin, and Lilith all have a decent relationship with Angela, but she is clearly at the bottom here. She has to win immunity to continue on, I'd assume. But honestly, I think Janae could also be in trouble. Because if Lilith can convince Eric and Kevin to keep her, and Angela wins that immunity, I mean, Janae could take that hit. Let's go to reward probably, right? Yeah. Janae, she wins reward, and she's gonna take Lilith and Kevin with her. Alright, but immunity is gonna go to Eric. Again. Did he just tie the record? I think he just tied the record. Right? I'm pretty sure that was 5 immunity wins. So Eric winning immunity again ties the record with Mickey Armelino. They had the record on Sims 4 Survivor All-Stars, which was 5. Congratulations, Eric. He cannot be voted for tonight. Once again, let's go to the beach. We got Eric with the idol. He has to use it. Angela and Lilith, their alliance is done. Unsurprising, but Lilith is gonna join Eric and Kevin in their alliance instead. Move over, Janae. You are done. Lilith, she is in the picture. Wow. I think this is a lock for the final 3, unless Janae wins immunity, because for sure, like, Angela's going out here, right? Let's just rip the band-aid off. Let's go to Tribal. Let's get rid of Angela. All right, we're at Tribal. We got the final 5. The Redemption Tribe, of course. Eric, he has the necklace. Cannot be voted for. It is time to vote. And if anyone has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Eric, he's gonna use his idol, and he's gonna use it on Lilith. Any votes cast against Lilith will not count. Perhaps like a sign of friendship to show that, like, hello, I'm like serious about this. I do want to work with you. So, yeah, Lilith's safe. I'll read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Janae. 1 vote Janae. Second vote goes to Angela. 1 vote Angela. 1 vote Janae. Third vote goes to Angela. 2 votes Angela. 1 vote Janae. And the 14th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, early outs, 7th member of the jury. It is Angela. Obvious boot. Angela, the tribe has spoken. Yeah, her social game was just not as strong as the other 4s. She was not well liked for most of the season. Was able to make some bonds in the end, but it was just a little bit too late for her. It's a unanimous vote. Angela gets all 4 votes. She throws a vote on Janae. We'll move on into the finale. We have 4 surprisingly strong players for all being pre-merge boots on their original runs. We have Eric Lewis, who became a very surprising compist kind of out of nowhere. Perhaps the guys tribe are now regretting voting him out first on Battle of the Sexes, because they ended up like losing most of the pre-merge challenges. But Eric has by far played the strongest game here. We will see if he ends up winning the game or if he becomes a fallen angel, because that could happen, although I don't imagine it will, since he has such strong relationships with Kevin and Lilith now. Janae is definitely on the bottom of this tribe, but, you know, if she wins immunity, then you never know what's gonna happen. Speaking of Janae Price, she is our 2nd member here in the final 4. She has to win out at this point. She has to get that final 4 immunity, or she is done for sure. Otherwise, she has played a strong game. She kind of hitched her wagon on the Eric and Kevin alliance, but was never officially invited into the alliance, so she wasn't able to stick that landing, but at the very least, it carried her all the way here. I don't think her winning chances are very high, but you never know. Then we got Kevin, who played a very explosive one episode game, now plays a pretty explosive overall game here on Early Outs. I would say Kevin has been very consistent. He has had good bonds throughout. He has played an advantage. He has had advantages played on him. Almost got voted out of the game, but thanks to Eric, is still here. I think he has a very good chance of winning. However, he's gonna have to get rid of Eric. Like, there's no way he beats Eric. I just don't think that's gonna happen. And then we have Lilith. Lilith Vitor, very unexpected social threat. She had her final two with Malcolm for the entire game, formed that bond early on, and the two just kinda ran together all the way to the end. Malcolm, of course, unfortunately gets rocked out of the game, but Lilith doesn't let that stop her. She forms bonds with Eric, she forms bonds with Kevin. She actually also has a decent bond with Janae, so Lilith has a really strong endgame here. Can she turn it into a win? That remains to be seen. She, again, also has to probably knock Eric out of the game, which could happen, but I don't know. I think Eric is probably the favorite to win. We'll go to the beach. We have no advantages anymore. We have this final three alliance, Eric, Kevin, and Lilith. Janae on the outs. However, everybody has strong bonds. Kevin and Eric with an unbreakable relationship, so do Lilith and Eric and Lilith and Kevin. And everybody has a strong bond with Janae, except Lilith, who has a medium bond with Janae. Okay. Reward is gonna go to Eric, and he's gonna take Lilith with him on reward, alright? But immunity, this is gonna determine potentially the winner of the season. The final immunity of the season, it is gonna go to Lilith Vitor. Janae, she can't do it. She couldn't get it done. Couldn't get that final immunity. Her game, it's over. Unfortunate for Janae. However, never mind, I speak too soon. Janae and Kevin, they bond strongly, and in doing so, Eric, Janae, and Kevin form an alliance. Of course, Lilith is immune, so this alliance is not gonna do anything. However, it does mean that maybe Kevin and Janae try to take out Eric. I don't know. I have no idea who's gonna go out now. This is exciting. I mean, you have to take out Eric. You gotta take out Eric. I don't think they're gonna do it, but I think they should take out Eric, right? Right? They should. Let's go to Tribal. Let's see what happens. All right, we've got the final four here. Eric, Janae, Kevin, Lilith. Lilith, she has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. It is time to vote. The first vote is gonna go to Janae. One vote, Janae. Second vote is gonna go to Eric. One vote, Eric. One vote, Janae. Third vote is gonna go to Janae. That's 2 votes, Janae. 1 vote, Eric. 1 vote left. Are we tied? Was Janae able to turn this into a tie? We'll find out. And the 15th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Early Outs, 8th member of the jury. It is Janae, yeah. Janae, the tribe has spoken. She did try at the end. And we applaud her for it. She did try to flip it on Eric, but Kevin, he was too locked in. She couldn't make it happen. So she goes out here. Everybody votes for Janae. Janae votes for Eric. She had a good run, but the writing was kind of on the wall for her. We'll move on to the second part of the finale. Nobody's gonna get voted out, but I do believe they're gonna, like, get rid of a jury member, which is like a weird twist they did. Anyway, we got everybody with an unbreakable relationship. We got a reward challenge. So whoever wins this reward challenge, they are going to get to eliminate one person from the jury, I believe. And Lilith, she wins. She wins the power to eliminate a juror. We'll see who she picks, but nothing happens on the beach. Let's just go to Tribal. We got the final 3 here. The jury, they enter. They have no idea what's going on. It is revealed that Lilith has the power to eliminate a juror. Who will she choose? She has chosen to eliminate Jenna from the jury. I mean, yeah. Unsurprising, of course. Of course she had to take Jenna. Get rid of her. Jenna, she goes home. She doesn't get to cast a vote for a winner. That's kind of sad, but you know what? Whatever. Go wrong. They did that. Anyway, we go to the final Tribal Council. We got the final 3 here. Eric Lewis, Kevin Puri, and Lilith Vitor. They all plead their case. The now 7-person jury, they all ask their questions. Then they cast their votes for a winner. and we will reveal who wins Sims 4 Survivor Early Outs. The first vote goes to Kevin. 1 vote, Kevin. Second vote goes to Lilith. 1 vote, Kevin. 1 vote, Lilith. Third vote is going to go to Eric. 1 vote, Kevin. 1 vote, Lilith. 1 vote, Eric. The fourth vote goes to Kevin. So that's 2 votes, Kevin. 1 vote, Lilith. 1 vote, Eric. And the fifth vote goes to Lilith. So that's 2 votes, Lilith. 2 votes, Kevin. 1 vote, Eric. 2 votes left. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a landslide win for Eric. What is going on? The sixth vote is going to go to Kevin. So that's 3 votes, Kevin. 2 votes, Lilith. 1 vote, Eric. Eric has officially lost. Oh my god. What even? But the seventh and final vote, it goes to Kevin. Congratulations, Kevin. He is the winner of Sims 4 Survivor Early Outs. What even happened here? I have no idea. I'm so surprised. I thought Eric had it on lock, but he did not. The jury was bitter against him. He got a vote from Ted, however. So the Kevin votes are Angela, Janae, Marcus, and Vanessa. The Lilith votes are Malcolm and Sergio, and Eric gets a vote from Ted. Okay, well, Eric and Kevin, they played in tandem with one another. Maybe it was like a Sophie scenario where Kevin was like undermining Eric at every turn. He was like, well, Eric was my meat shield. I did all the strategy. Perhaps so, but Kevin Puri going from a first boot to a Survivor winner, or a Sims 4 Survivor winner, I should say. It's not the same show, I promise. But Angela, she wins the fan favorite. What? She was barely on the season. She didn't do anything. And then suddenly they were like, no, Rob Goddess, Queen. Angela, Mother, she, fan favorite, I guess. Okay. But that's our season. Here is our placement order. We have Lou Howell, we have Thorn Bailey, Liliana K. Aloha, Yuki Bear, Bernice Robles? I don't know. That commenter, you're gonna have to come back. Come back to this video. Correct me again. Let me know. Is it correct? I don't know. Then we have Umber Grove, Liberty Lee, Ted Roswell, Sergio Romeo, Vanessa Jung, Marcus Flex, Jenna Akiyama, Malcolm Landgrab, Angela Pleasant, Janae Price, our third placer, Eric Lewis, our runner-up, Lilith Vitor, and our winner, Kevin Puri. Okay, so we have 5 wins from Eric, immunity wins. He won pretty much every single immunity. He does not beat the record, but he does match Mickey's record. We have Lilith with 2, Kevin with 1. So the final 3 were the only people who won immunity. Okay. Most votes received was Jenna with 23, which is like twice as many as the next person. She, of course, negated 3 of those, and she got, like, votes, like, every single tribal, I guess. But then we got Angela and Janae with 9. We got Sergio and Vanessa with 8. Ted with 7. Kevin and Marcus with 6. Thorn and Umber with 5. Liberty, Liliana, Lou, Malcolm, and Yuki with 4. Eric with 1. And then Bernice and Lilith with 0 each. Oh, Lilith never got voted for? Oh, I had not noticed that. Most strategic are Lilith, number 1. Then we got Jenna, and then Malcolm. I don't know about this list. I think Eric and Kevin should definitely be on that list. I think Lilith makes sense as number 1. And then I would probably put Eric and Kevin number 2 and 3. And then I would put Jenna and then Malcolm. Probably. That makes sense to me. But anyway, that's our season. All hail our current reigning Kevin Puri. Rohan Elderberry, no longer the Cinderella of Sims 4 Survivor, I guess. Although actually this season, I forgot to say it at the beginning, this season is inspired by Rohan Elderberry. And his Cinderella win on Sims 4 Survivor Occults vs. Normies, when he went from a second boot into a Sims 4 Survivor winner. So any one of these would have been like basically the same. And Rohan, he was the first to do it, so we'll give him the credit where credit is due. Anyway, see you in the next season whenever I get to that one. I'm gonna do a newbie season next, so get ready for that. I'm hoping Lovestruck comes out before I do that one. I don't know if I'm gonna wait for Love Struck, but it could take me a while to edit this one. And I'm also editing the season that came before that one, which you probably would have already watched. But I'm kind of running out of Sims, so it would be nice to have some new pre-made Sims when the new pack comes out. So maybe I will wait. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.